This is Jason Canigan from Cold Star Technologies, the host of the Make Space Boring virtual event that will be happening on Thursday, April 9th. And I'm here with special guest Matthew Travis. He's with Phoenix Launch Systems. Thanks for being here.
No problem at all. Glad to be here.
You bet. So Matt here is my secret weapon. He is an unexpected late addition. I went and approached him after getting all the other speakers lined up and said, hey, Matt, do you want to talk and be an additional bonus speaker for 20 minutes on the state of something to do with business, because he's really good at commercial stuff. So why don't you tell our viewers and listeners what you're going to be talking about, Matt?
Well, probably not surprising. It's going to tie in with coronavirus, but I think it has broader application beyond, just a current crisis. So what I think I will be addressing is, first, if you have a startup, especially in the space sector, how do you weather a storm like this? Chiefly, you need to make sure you can keep operating, even if at reduced levels and staffing, because you need to maintain a viable business and technical progress. And then manage your cash flow, because when the investment community starts seeing their liquidity dry up, when clients are not spending, you really need to manage your cash flow so you don't go broke as well. And that applies not just to the current crisis we're in, but any of the cyclical recessions that the country and the world go in, other crises, even a local natural disaster. A hurricane hitting Florida, you're based in Florida, it can affect you in that kind of circumstance as well. I worked for a company once. We were based in Florida, and sizable company, a few hundred employees, profitable, and hurricane came through and blew the roof off the main building. So much for the company. So that's one aspect. The other is, and this is really, really key for startups, is how do you raise investment and make sales during like this? It's a challenge normally, and in the space industry, it's a really big challenge for us. We're not like retail companies put out a product and get a few stores to sign up and sell it. It's much more difficult for us. So during, a global pandemic, when venture capital is tightening up and government contracts are being delayed, like the NASA SBIR has been delayed by a month, the deadline. How do you funds and attract investment? And that's going to be the biggest challenge that startup companies face, and more so than even normal. With fewer players active in the market right now, angel investors actually look more attractive, although they're harder to find because their own portfolios have shrunk. There are for small administration loans. The stimulus package that was just passed is to offer startups forgivable loans when the program actually gets put into place shortly. And that would enable a company, a small business, to take out a loan, keep operating through the current crisis. And if they can't repay the loan, allegedly, it'll be forgiven. We'll see how the IRS implements this, but in theory, that's how it's going to be. So that's pretty much what I'm going to focus on, because the landscape of particular the launch industry lately, the effects of COVID are already being felt. There are several companies have ceased operations, gone into hibernation. either in whole or in cause of the ramifications of COVID-19. I think most of us saw yesterday that OneWeb filed for bankruptcy. You know, when a virus can be a big factor in a multi-billion-dollar company going to Chapter 11, imagine how much more it is for a startup who, I mean, the fact is we're all 1 month away from potential Chapter 11. I mean, that's just the nature of the business. So that's what I'll focus on, but at the same time, the lessons I think can apply to business in general, and not just for this year, but next year, the year after, the next recession, the next pandemic, whatever. I think the lessons actually apply in a broader sense. It's just with COVID-19, it is much, much more acute.
Right, right. Yeah, it's very intense right now. Well, key points for space startups and managing businesses and that in crazy times like this. So, very excited to have you as a speaker for that Make
Glad to be
Space
on board.
event. And if for those who want to find out more about Matt, one of the earliest episodes I did for season 2 was with Matt, and you can go find that on the Cold Star Tech YouTube channel under the Cold Star Project podcast, season 2, the space and small sats. And our topic was simplified rapid access to space, because Phoenix Launch Systems is a launch systems developer company. You operate in Italy a little bit, right?
Not right now, we don't.
Not right now, but you were, I think, when I was first talking to you, and luckily you got out of there, to come here and do networking before all this started. So we are lucky to have you available on North American soil, and folks can check that out.
Yeah, and part of our team is in New York, and that's another challenge for us right now. And basically, we coincidentally located ourselves in the hotspots.
Well, also where the largest mass of people are in the United States, so it's not too surprising. Well, all right. Well, I'll put links to sign up for the event, and also to the podcast episode that we did in the description of the video below, and anybody interested in that can go check that out. But if you want to hear Matt speak, you have to register for the event. And I think this is a great topic, because while there is a commercial angle to this event, not every speaker is going to be talking about that specifically, but Matt here is. Thanks for being here today with me, Matt.
No problem, and I will share the link as well on website and all our social media.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks.